Hey guys, I'm back with the story. What if Goku was trapped in the time chamber and became the Supreme Creator? Part 6. Please like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks and sorry you guys for taking so long. I've been caught up in school work, but I am back now. We left off with Goku, who had just eliminated Zykor from the arena with great ease and impressing the other deities. He then calls out for the next foe to face him. It isn't long before another man appears in front of him. The man was similar to the Frost race but seemed different. He was red and purple with yellow eyes and two horns coming out of his head like a bull. Goku stared at the man curiously. He could already tell he was far stronger than Zykor. "Who are you?" Goku asked. The man then responded, "I am Janemba, the strongest fighter from Multiverse 7, and I'm here to finish cleaning up the remaining trash," he said with a grin. "Plus your teammate over there seems to be nearly finished. He won't last too much longer." Goku turned to Jiren to see it was indeed true. The Frost brothers were overpowering him, and it seemed he was low on energy. Goku deduced that it was because he didn't fully master that new form he was in. Goku looks back at Janemba and smiles under his hoodie. "Even if my teammate is eliminated, it won't change anything. I will still win this tournament regardless," Goku stated calmly. At hearing Goku's words, Janemba started to laugh crazily like he had heard the funniest joke ever. In the stands, some of the deities were wondering if the man in the hoodie was arrogant of crazy. It even though he did well against Zykor, they all knew that Janemba was far above him. They couldn't see any fighter from the weakest multiverse beating the strongest fighter from on of the high-ranking multiverses. With Whis and Beerus, "Have you discovered his identity?" asked Beerus to his attendant. "No, my lord, I can't get a clear reading on his power either. But all I know, if he falls, we will be eliminated from the tournament. Possibly erased if our superiors see fit. Jiren is at his limit and won't last much longer either, my lord." Beerus, along with the other fighters, Angels and Kais, gain a bit of worry and in some cases fear. Whis looks up at his father and Zeno and sees that they are completely calm. He guesses that he must have faith in this mysterious fighter, so he focuses back on the battle and watches things play out. Back with Goku and Janemba, who had finished laughing and was getting ready to eliminate this mystery warrior. "I hope you're ready to be in the stands along with the rest of the trash." Goku sighed. "Can you just hurry up and attack and stop wasting my time, weakling?" Janemba, hearing those words, felt angry and assaulted. He wasted no more time and rushed at Goku at incredible speeds. Goku, seeing that it will require more power to defeat him, raised his power to 0.000003. Janemba was upon him in a second. He went for a punch that was easily dodged. He then went for a spinning kick to the man's ribs that was blocked. Janemba disappeared and reappeared behind Goku, going for another punch. He smiled, believing he had him this time, but was stunned when the man disappeared and reappeared behind him instead. In shocking speed, Goku wasted no time as he kicked the man hard in his back, sending he flying to the ground. Boom! Janemba hit the arena floor, creating a huge crater. The kick felt like a brick. Goku looked over to see Jiren being eliminated by the brothers, but smiled when he seen Jiren use a move to take the brothers out with him, similar to what Vegeta did with Toppo in the previous tournament of power that made him the last warrior standing from his multiverse. He focused his attention back to Janemba, who was getting up with a little pain. That one kick did so much damage. He looked up at the man in the hoodie. "Who is he and how is he so strong? That one attack nearly put me on life support. I never thought that the weakest multiverse would have such a strong fighter, and it also seems he isn't even trying," he said to himself. "Who are you?" Janemba asked out loud, a question a lot of people had in their minds. "If you want to know my identity, you should remove the hood for yourself and find out," the man stated calmly. Janemba scowled at that. The man was looking down on him, and that pissed him off. To no end he started to yell, releasing all of his power. As he raised his power, the arena began to shake, stopping all of the other fights and shocking the deities. The power he was releasing was monstrous. The sky violently rumbled with black lightning everywhere. A few chunks of the arena broke off as well due to the great amount of power. Janemba gave one final roar, and when the smoke cleared we could see Janemba in his final form, with a noticeable change in appearance. His eyes were now black and red. His horns were red and his body had changed from purple and red to black and red. Janemba then said, "This is me at my full power. I'm impressed that you forced me to use this form, but sadly this is your end," he said with a cocky smirk. Goku shook his head disappointedly. The man was too arrogant. Goku sighed and raised his power to even 1%. This would be more than enough to humble and embarrass the arrogant fool. Goku looked at the man and signaled him to come forward with a hand motion. Janemba wasted no time and rushed at him at the speed of light for round 2. After about 20 minutes we could see Janemba laying on the ground folded like a wet food stamp. He wasn't able to land a single blow on the man. It seemed like the man knew what he was going to do before he did it. Also, it was damaging to his pride the way he was humiliated, left him on the ground beaten and infuriated. Goku looked around, noticing that they were the last one in the arena. He dragged the fight out a while so everyone else could be eliminated. He preferred not to waste his time and get this tournament over with. He had a mission to complete, finding the man in gold armor. As much as he loved to fight, he knew fighting them would be pointless. Goku walked over to Janemba and asked him in a mocking tone, "So do you think you're still so powerful and mighty?" Making Janemba scowl and curse him, Goku fired a beam and knocked him out of the arena. He then heard clapping. He looked up to see Akumo clapping as he floated down from his throne with his angels at his side. "I must admit I am shocked that Multiverse 1 has such a powerful warrior, but I'm curious on who you are. You wouldn't mind removing your hood to show your face, would you?" Goku stood there for a moment. He could feel all eyes focusing on him. He sighed. "All right, fine, I guess it is only proper that I show myself now," as he yanks the hoodie away and throws it to the side. Gasps are heard from the entire Multiverse 1 except for Zeno and the Grand Priest Goku. They all said in unison, "Kakarot." Vegeta yells out in shock and disbelief. He was surprised to see him, but really shocked on how powerful he has become. He knew that Goku was far above him now, and he had a large gap to close between them. Kale and Caulifla were shocked as well, but also happy to see the man of their dreams again. They couldn't wait to speak with him. "My name is Kakarot, but I am also called Goku amongst my peers," Goku stated to Akumo, who was just staring at Goku. He was surprised that he was a Saiyan, and a very powerful one at that. He then spoke, "Since you are the winner, you can choose to either make a wish with the Super Dragon Balls or receive training from your Omni King, but I will make you a proposition that I'm sure you will jump at. I will personally train you myself. It would be a privilege for you to train with me, the first ever Saiyan. So what will it be?" he asked. Akumo was sure Goku would, except he couldn't see him turning his offer away. Goku scoffed to himself, "This man thinks because he has been around for a few million years that he's the first ever Saiyan. How foolish! If only he knew their race has been around not billions but trillions of years before he was ever thought about." Goku responds with, "No thanks, but I'll just take my wish from the Super Dragon Balls. Thank you." Shocking everyone, some thought he was a complete idiot for declining training from one of the strongest warriors of the creator god. Akumo glared at Goku, and Daishinkan stepped forward and asked, "Very well, Goku-san, what will be your wish?" "I wish for a bag of senzu beans, Universe 7. Upon hearing the wish, Justy stood in disbelief. After everything, he asks for a bag of senzu beans like it was nothing. Daishinkan makes the wish and a hand-size bag of senzu beans appear. Goku then puts them away for later and begins to walk away. Stop, Akumo says with seriousness in his tone. Goku stops and turns to look at Akumo. What is it? Goku asks nonchalantly. One of the angels next to Akumo scowls and says, "Watch your tone, mortal, as your superior speaks. Learn your place." Goku looks at the angel and just turns back to Akumo, making the angel a bit pissed that he just ignored her. Akumo then speaks, "I want to ask why you declined my offer. Any other person would jump at the chance to be trained by the first ever Saiyan." Goku chuckles. "The reason I declined your offer is because you training me would be pointless." Akumo narrows his eyes. "Elaborate," he says with a firm tone. Goku responds, "To put it plain and simple, the reason it would be pointless is because I would learn absolutely nothing from training with you, and you are not on the same level." Making Akumo chuckle. "I will admit you are strong, but nowhere near my level. I've been around millions of years before you, and it will take you millions of lifetimes before you can challenge me." Akumo decided that instead of embarrassing the arrogant Saiyan, he would let it go for now, because right now wasn't the time. He was just ready for the tournament to be over. After around 30 minutes, we could see Goku back in Zeno's palace along with his teammates, along with Vados, Whis, Champa and Beerus. As Goku was telling them how he got so strong, he didn't tell them about his 5 teachers who trained him. He just told them he trained all by himself. He did this because if he was to tell them, more questions would be asked that he would rather not answer now. Caulifla and Kale also confessed their feelings to Goku, who was shocked but accepted them. He couldn't deny that he felt something for them too. While Vegeta was pissed to no end that his rival had far surpassed him, he knew once he got back to Whis and Beerus' planet, he was going to train his heart out to close that huge gap in power between them. After they were all done catching up, all of the fighters left to go back to their universe, while Goku and Isabella decided to stay in Zeno's palace. Meanwhile, Zeno was having an important meeting with his attendant. "Are you sure, my lord? That is a very important responsibility." "Yes," stated firmly. "I understand, but I'm sure that my friend Goku will be the perfect Omni King. He has the power and intelligence to do so." Daishinkan just nodded and said, "What about Kuro, my lord?" Zeno gained a serious face before he spoke. "We need to be ready for anything. I could feel his hatred for me, and I wouldn't put it past him to do something reckless, but in the meantime I will be getting prepared."